Yuga. There are four yugas mentioned in the Puranas, and they are Satya or Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, which are considered eras or periods. The four eras together are called Mahayuga, which lasts 12,000 years. The intervening period between each yuga is called Sandhyamsha. Mahayuga and Sandhyamsha were divided into a ratio of 4:3:2:1, respectively. Having deciphered the actual meaning of Vedic texts so far, we can surmise that yugas don't refer just to eras. They may refer to the developmental stages in the life of a human being within the individual lifespan. There is a Tamil word, yuga or uga, like the word yuga, which means guessing or guesswork. It also means that a situation is guessed or understood because of some happening or knowledge. Mahayuga may refer to two situations. First, it may refer to the whole lifespan inside a mother's womb as an unborn child, which is again divided into four segments or phases. Thus, Mahayuga may be 10 months or the whole period of a baby's development inside a mother's womb. Second, it may refer to the whole lifespan of a human being or adult outside a mother's womb, again divided into four segments or phases. This may depend upon an individual's life expectancy. The segments or stages may vary from person to person. Satya, Satya, deposited in uterus, or Krita, creative or pre-developmental yuga. Purana texts say that Dharma prevailed everywhere. People were righteous, happy, and lived long years during this yuga, even though there were no prescribed laws or regulations. People did not suffer from excess heat or cold, rain, or shine. No houses were built, but people lived in the open, on mountains, and on the shores of oceans. No poisonous trees or plants and predatory animals which represent evil were present. People lived on rasa, body secretions, or some kind of liquid or syrup only. There were no inequalities among them. All these above characteristics are applicable to cell stage characters, where each human cell is self-contained and was on its own. There are no differences since they divide themselves into two and multiply. It is the stage of morula, early stage of embryonic development or 16-cell stage, where all cells are of same block. Satya can be written as Satya or Satya, which means possible, and this refers to the possibility of something emerging from each cell. The word Krita has a close relationship with the Greek word Kreta. According to Webster's dictionary, Kreta means a jar or vase having huge round body and with a wide mouth. It may also refer to creativity. The morula cell block is a round body with 16 cells inside. In the adult stage, the cell plays a bigger role by multiplying or replicating in a human body. Thus, the cell stages in all organs are known as Satya or Krita Yuga. It is the stage of creativity or possibility and not the stage of development. Treta Yuga. According to Puranic texts, it started raining during this yuga. Trees, bushes, and shrubs were born and started yielding different kinds of fruits, berries, etc. People began living on these horticultural products. Kalpavriksha, the wonder tree, was born in this period. This tree provided madhu, alcoholic drink, a wonder sap. Hunger and the search for food ultimately led to jealousy, quarrels, etc. The situation worsened due to drought and people suffered. Extreme heat and cold set in and people were forced to build houses. Slowly, villages, towns, and cities emerged. Evil began spreading gradually and people began to fight for possessions like trees, garden, land, rivers, and mountains. This led to the creation of Varna, the four classes: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Shortage of food during this period led people to milk the earth. This is mentioned in the chapter Veena, where King Prithu gave people the earth cow to milk. Treta would have been related to or derived from triad, meaning union. Triad is derived from the Greek word trace, meaning three, or trinity, or group of three. Treat could also reference trait, meaning inherited characters. Trait is derived from the Latin word tractus. As a fetus, Satya Yuga refers to a single cell situation. During the Treta Yuga, single cells started merging with different kinds of cells to form the three germ layers, which ultimately results in the formation of a fetus limbs, organs, etc. This stage may be referred to as organogenesis. Kalpavriksha may refer to the umbilical cord and placenta, blood supplier, that supply nutrients to the fetus. Vriksha means plants and branches and may refer to the development of various organs in a fetus. As an adult or child out of womb, the Treta Yuga characters exist absolutely because of growth. Kalpavriksha, the wonder tree, which gives anything and everything, refers to the supply of nutrients to the human organs through the human mother blood supply. Kalpa means the entire lifespan. Vriksha is creeper or climber which spreads over the region and provides or makes available whatever it has. Madhu means sugar and is one of the important ingredients needed by every human being for growth. Varna classification does not refer to the classification of society, but to blood cells which supply nutrients to the human body. Please refer to the chapter Varna. Thus, Treta Yuga is meant for union and accelerates growth in the human body. Dvapara Yuga. Dva means island. Para means whole or widespread, and it refers to various organs and clusters of organs in the human body. Veda Vyasa's original name was Krishna Dvapayana. Since the Vedic texts are about ancient medicine, the name means traveling through the dark island of the human body. The dark islands are the different organs or sets of organs within the body which constitute a human being. During fetal or adult, child out of womb stage, each human organ tends to function, act, or react on its own, sometimes disregarding the other organs. The functions of each one of the organs may affect one or more of the other organs of the human body. Thus, there should be coordinated effort among the functions of the various organs of the human body. The absence of coordinated effort results in diseases or ailments. At this stage, control by the brain becomes very important for coordinated efforts. Kali Yuga. According to the Puranas, Kali Yuga refers to the final or the last stage of human life as a universe. The characteristics of the Yuga are dharma suffers, evil reigns, diseases are prevalent, famine and drought rack the earth, people do not live to old age, and infant mortality is high. The Varna system is completely broken down, and people of different classes do not perform their assigned duties. Instead, Brahmanas turn evil, and Sudras perform tapasya. There are severe droughts and floods, and the earth goes barren. These and many more negative issues arise. What does all these mean and refer to? They refer to impure or unhealthy blood, since reference is made to Dharma, who is related to heart and blood. Blood cells do not respond and fight bacterial invasions. Impurity stays in the blood and body. The walls of blood vessels thicken and the heart is burdened. In adults, because of the three previous yugas, the human body acquires ailments, abnormalities, and diseases which negatively impact life expectancy. Every fetus and human being will undergo this. Kali in Tamil means empty or vacate, and it is time for the human body to vacate this world. The severity of ailments decides the time to vacate. The poison which came out while the Devas and Asuras were churning the milky ocean was called Kalakuta. It was drunk by Shiva and his throat turned blue, which gave him the name Neelakandan. This situation is called blue ball and is explained in the chapter Churning of Milky Ocean. Kala is the name given to Shiva and Dharma refers to blood. Thus, Kalakuta means blood pool. Hence, Kali refers to a not so good situation of human blood. Kali means a situation of fruitlessness and being barren. Kali Yuga refers to defective or deterioration in blood conditions. It is time to recall the story of the subduing of Kaliya or Kaliya. by Krishna. Krishna is Vishnu, who represents the human liver, while Krishna refers to the kidneys along with Radha. According to Parikshit's story, the demon or snake Kali invaded his kingdom in the guise of a man. King Parikshit allowed him to stay in his kingdom, which was not the act of a righteous king. Just before Parikshit's rule, Krishna died, and all the Pandava brothers departed to the forest for F.C.A. What does this mean? The liver and kidneys, personified as Vishnu and Krishna, have failed. This failure of organs resulted in blood poisoning. Kaliya was living in the liver, which was subdued by Krishna, and now that there is no Krishna, it will raise its ugly head. Yes, Kali Yuga is when blood conditions turn toxic. Varnashrama. Puranic texts mention the creation of Varnashrama separate from the Varna system and their divisions or stages. Those divisions or stages are Brahmacharya, Garhastya, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Varna means color or classes. Ashrama means hermitage or a place of learning for sages. Brahmacharya. According to the Puranas, Brahmacharya is a stage of celibacy. It is recommended for Brahmanas and Kshatriyas only. In this stage, one must serve his guru and live on alms only. Brahmacharya has related words in the Puranas, and some of them are Shankaracharya, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, and Shukracharya. The term Acharya is common to all these. It means guru or teacher. There is also another meaning for this word, and that is surprise. Surprise at a place called Sanka, which means uterus, is known as Shankaracharya. Surprise at a place called Drona, which means duodenum, is known as Dronacharya. Surprise at a place called Kripa, which means pancreas, is known as Kripacharya. Surprise at a place called Shukra, which means vaginal secreting gland, is known as Shukracharya. There are many important characters in the Puranas who are not called Acharya, like Vashistha, Vishwamitra, etc. Brahma means and refers to human cells, especially body, somatic cells. Brahman refers to germ cells. Thus, Brahmacharya means surprises at body cells. What are the surprises? Human cells are capable of replicating, duplicating into one another with the same characteristics. There are two methods of replication, mitosis and meiosis. They produce haploid cells in males and females separately, which combine on their union to make a child's cells. These cells live on whatever is available within the nucleus and are absorbed during the normal course of metabolism. Cells are single only and considered celibate. Garhastya. According to the Puranas, Garhastya is the householder stage where one dwells with wife and children. As a family man, one must entertain guests. This stage is recommended for all four classes of the Varna system. Garbha means conception, and the conception cannot take place without the union of male and female germ cells. Effectively, a male cell and female cell join and make a new cell, which is the child or baby. This is the next stage after the single cell stage Brahmacharya. During the developmental process, human body cells either united or encounter each other in the transmission of various signals and materials. This may explain the reference to entertainment of guests. Hasta is the 13th nakshatra and probably the nearest day to ovulation. Normally, ovulation takes place between the 12th and 15th day of the menstrual cycle. Vanaprastha. According to the Puranas, Vanaprastha is a forest dwelling stage. It is recommended for Sudras only. Soon after the union of cells, the resultant cell grows into a fetus. One after another, the limbs and organs grow through the network of nerves and blood vessels which look like trees, plants, and bushes. Vana means forest, which contains all kinds of vegetation meant for survival. The Vanaprastha stage is meant for the overall growth of the baby. Just as each forest or vana has its own specialities, each human organ has its own specialities and functions within its own available resources. Sannyasa. According to the Puranas, Sannyasa is a stage of hermitude. It is recommended for Brahmanas and Kshatriyas only. In this stage, the person becomes a hermit wearing clothes made of deer skin, and lives only on fruits and roots. A baby before birth must stay inside its mother's womb for about 9 months, which is considered as sannyasa. It must beg for food, live like a hermit, no outdoor activities, and wears only its own skin, covered by smooth hair and vernix caseosa, a waxy skin coating.